much. Welcome. It seems that the white lion has been turned to black cat. He has been running into shadows to run away from EFCC.
Okay, if you ask me, I think what the Minister of Justice said is the right thing to do. But however, let us look at Nigerian scenario. It is often difficult, if not impossible, to see a government fighting someone that supported the government. Don't forget that Yahaya Bello himself was an aspirant in APC convention that produced Tinubu as a candidate of the party. But shortly after Tinubu emerged as a candidate of the party, Yahaya Bello threw his weight behind the candidacy of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and today Tinubu is the president. So I'm at a loss why the same government. I know that normally if you are fighting corruption, it is irrespective of whether the person supported you or not. But what I've always seen in Nigeria is that if you support someone to become the president, the governor, as the case may be, he don't fight you. Like we have seen on Ododo sneak into his Abuja residence while the EFCC lays siege to his residence and whisk him away. But I think that also have been resolved because I had a conversation with someone this morning who insinuated that the travail Bello is going through may not be unconnected with the differences politically they had with Faleke, who at the time was supposed to be the governor of the state when a governorship candidate that was already winning the election in Kogi State died.
If I'm to get you correctly, sir, are you trying to say that perhaps Faleke is behind this?
That is the situation in some quarters.
It's not as if the current president is trying to fight corruption.
No, it may not be because he wants to fight corruption. Don't forget that Faleke is very powerful in this system. And not that I didn't say Faleke is involved, but it's an insinuation. It's speculative.
Faleke does not hold any executive powers. Neither does
just the same way you would have said Gbajabiamila do not hold any executive power if he was not the chief of staff. Gbajabiamila, whether the chief of staff or not chief of staff, have power in this government. I will remind you something. Cast your mind back to the electioneering period. Faleke was like the face of a Tinubu campaign organization. He was the secretary of APC Presidential Campaign Council. He was at liberty to include someone in the list and remove. He was the secretary of that presidential council. Don't forget that Faleke never got any position in this government because he's already a House member. So, however I look at it, Faleke is undoubtedly a member of the kitchen cabinet of this government. So once you are a member of the kitchen cabinet of any government, you are as powerful as the chief of staff to the president. So that is how it works in this climate in Nigeria. Though what I'm saying is speculative. So that's what I believe that because of the local politics in Kogi State, that the camp of Faleke may want to use the opportunity to get at Bello. That is not to say Bello may not be allegedly corrupt. That is not to say that Bello may not have allegedly embezzled the 80 billion as been alleged. That is the situation.
So if I'm to get you right, it seems now that EFCC is being used as a tool for personal vendetta.
That perspective has always been there. I'm from the time of Obasanjo.
I'm surprised.
Even right from the time of Obasanjo, right from the time of Yahaya, right from the time of Jonathan, Buhari, anti-graft agencies have always pursued known arch enemies of their. Okay. Look at as weak as they want to make us believe that Jonathan was weak. Jonathan's government used EFCC to pursue Iboli before Iboli flew from the country and subsequently was arrested in
United Kingdom,
United Arab Emirates.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, even when they were to protect him, I remember the Nigerian government then threatening to withdraw operational license of Fly Emirates to tell you that it was not about corruption fight, it was about vendetta. So it was available like that.
Well, in another news, APC seems to be fighting corruption. Ganduje has been told to step down due to the Babariga incidents. However, you say that it doesn't seem this party is fighting corruption. And what's your take on Ganduje's, sack as a party chairman?
I think if you follow what is happening in Kano State, you agree with me that it was the ward ESCO from Ganduje ward in Kano State cited alleged corruption against Ganduje by Kano State government.
But the president,
That is the reason.
but the president can intervene, but he's not intervening. He's allowing the law to take its course.
That is because you have not seen it from another angle. Because as we speak, there is another court that have ruled. I may say it's court of the same jurisdiction with the previous one. That have ruled that Ganduje should continue parading himself as the chairman of the party, as against the initial order of another court. No, the first one was a state high court. In this time around, the federal high court. But I believe that they are equal jurisdiction, and that is even making Nigerian judicial system a laughing stock. Where you have a court giving judgment in the morning, in the evening, a court of equal power giving a counter judgment. That is where we should fall back to NJC, National Judicial Council, to start sanctioning judges who give these judgments that look political. Don't forget that this same system is what they use in sacking Secondus, using his word esco to fire him. The same antidote was used to fire Anashomole. And now it looks as if the incumbent governor of Kano State, that is not even in the party of Ganduje, are the one using the esco of the party in the state to fire Ganduje. So for me, let us see where it ends. But I believe that it's very difficult for you to see the president calm fighting Ganduje, because Ganduje actually supported this government.
Ganduje, so as Bello, Bello.
Bello equally supported this government. No,
but right now it's been changed.
That is why that school of thought is thinking that the president, Senator Ahmed Bola Tinubu, may not be the one directly fighting Bello.
All right, thank you, Mr. Machi, for your contribution. Good morning.